Hello. Thought I'd surprise you by jumping in about 20 seconds early. Old Geek here, and as promised, I'm here in my judo suit this week because we are doing something Japanesey. Sword of the Samurai. Yes. This was a bit of a shock to the system, putting this suit on, because I haven't trained for a little while, and I'm going to need a bigger belt. I'm going to need a much bigger belt, because this was my training suit and I'm bursting out of it now. It just shows me how many inches I've put on around my waist and everywhere since I last trained, because this fitted perfectly 18 months ago. Oh dear. But yes, in case you don't know, this belt is real. That one, that is the correct color. Yes, I earned that. In 2019. So yes, I am dressed in my training judo suit. This isn't my competition suit. For your amusement, while we play Sword of the Samurai, as I throw my pens on the floor. One of the reasons why I've been gaining tonnage are these Friday night streams, because it's Friday. One thing you have to do on a Friday. Thank you, Iman. I earned it for 3.5 years ago now, but I'm gonna need to lose some weight. I'm gonna need to get back into it, because my fighting weight was about 30 pounds lower than I am now, which is why I'm bursting out of this suit. This training top, this is one of those skin tight sort of sweat tops that I always wear underneath the judo suit. That actually looked 4 years ago. Now I just look like those desperate old blokes who wear lycra when they go cycling, and they really shouldn't wear lycra. They need to earn the right to wear lycra. You know the sort. Well done, Iman. Well done, Iman. 160 was my fighting weight when I was competing. I was 160 pounds, and I'm now pushing 190, which is really bad. Really, really bad. Oh well. I've done it before. I can do it again. Right, so with all that sorted, shall we start straight away, or do you want to have a bit of a blather to start with? It's up to you lot. I don't know why I'm wearing this even. In fact, shall I be brave? Shall I be brave? Yeah, I will be brave. If anyone fancies jumping in and take the mickey out of me, there's the link. No one fancies jumping in, I'll take these headphones off. I'm 5'5.5", so I was stocky when I was 160 pounds. Not big, but still solid. But 5'5.5", and I'm now about 185, 190 pounds ish. It's too short. It's too short for that. I'm carrying too much. But boxing is great for fitness. Boxing is the world's most challenging sport to get to a high level at. That has been tried and tested. You need so much discipline, both physical and mental. It's incredibly tough. I mean, judo was tough enough. I'm 51 now. Going back to that will hurt. But yes. Anyhow, have my beer. Squirrel's problem is that you're a good cook. Thing is, when I lost all my weight before, I was cooking because I was working part-time during the day, and I'd get home 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon and prepare evening meal, and then I'd go out and work in the evening as well. I was working 3 or 4 nights a week and 5 mornings a week, so I was able to control what we were eating. When I went full-time with my day job, my wife started cooking, and she's very much meat and potatoes. And yeah, it's been difficult for me to lose weight ever since. Should never have taught her how to cook. Okay. Anyone had any games recently? We played last night. Played Shadow of the Demon Lord. Hello, Hungar. Yeah, right, Hungar. Played some Shadow of the Demon Lord last night. Still alive somehow. Gingerbeard's character has died again. Yes, Gingerbeard has had 2 characters die in that. And we played OSE last weekend. And, 5 characters have now died in 3 sessions of OSE. Tomorrow, basic D&D. I'm playing some MERP tomorrow. Shadow of the Demon Lords was good, wasn't it, Saxius? Yes. Right. Anyhow, you've got a choice to make before we start this adventure tonight in Sword of the Samurai. We have a new stat called Honor, which for this game, and you lot are going to make your first choice is going to be part of character creation. We have to choose our martial art, our samurai expertise. We have an option of archery, fast draw, which allows you to draw your sword quickly and get an attack in on the first round of combat, heroic leaping, or 2-weapon fighting. So you've got archery, fast draw, heroic leaping, or 2-weapon fighting. You've got your first choice there already. Ball kicking. Yes. If no one's joining me, I'm going to take his headphones off. Iman likes archery. Halakar likes a bit of high leaping. Andrew likes archery. Squirrel Hermit goes fast draw. Saxius is non-committal there. 2-weapon ball kicking. I got my one of my worst injuries at Judo due to an equivalent of groin stomp. There's a throw we learned called Tomonagi. It's the one where you roll backwards, shove your foot in your opponent's chest, and fling them back over you. My training partner was throwing me, and he stood too close to me as he lifted his foot, and his knee went straight in my plums. But he continued with the throw, and I continued back over his head, and because I was clutching my plums, my arm did not break my fall, and I tore my rotator cuff. I didn't know I'd torn my rotator cuff until my plums stopped hurting about an hour later. Anyhow, My other worst injury from judo was I threw somebody and dropped him on my own foot, which put me in a cast for 2 months. It looks like we're leaning towards archery. Archery is the favourite, with fast draw a second favourite. So we're going with archery. Right, okay. This is how archery works. This skill allows you to start off with a samurai bow and a set of 12 arrows, consisting of 3 willow leaf arrows, 3 bowel raking arrows, 3 armor piercing arrows, and 3 humming bulb arrows. Saxius, samurai fought with spear and bow a lot more. Or do you get 2? 1 skill, just 1 skill. Yeah, it says choose 1 skill from the following list. So, I'm going to note these down. We have our sword, and we have our other sword. We have 2 swords. We have wakizashi. We have armor, and we have a bow with 3 willow leaf arrows, which cause 2 stamina damage. 3 bowel rakers, they cause 3 damage. Are you a secret weeb, Saxius? Are you really a secret weeb? Three armor piercers, which cause 2 stamina damage, but are required for use against certain opponents, and 3 humming bulbs, which cause 1 damage, but make a frightening noise. Okay. When you're asked if you wish to fire an arrow, choose the arrow you wish to use and cross it off your list. Sometimes you may be able to recover an arrow. And to hit a target, you have to roll a number on 2 dice equal to or lower than our skill. That's how it works. Well, if we save this chat, Saxius, then I'm afraid that the evidence is there, because you've already said that you like the idea of the samurai fighting with the traditional samurai sword. I mean, katanas were, let's just say, not as good as the German equivalent. I'd have a German Langus Messer any day of the week. So, but yeah, samurai tended to fight with spear and bow more than anything else. And their swords could be, their swords were designed, they were status symbols, they looked flash, and they were great against unarmored opponents. But that's the same with most swords. Anyway, you're arguing aesthetics. You just like how they look. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. They look great. They look great. Okay, shall we begin? We are 14 minutes into the stream, so I think it's about time to begin. And already my judo suit has become uncomfortable. In case anybody's joined late, I've got it on, my judo suit. And there's my belt. Real one. Yes. I'm going to be showing that off at various points in the stream. Anyhow, the world of Titan has 3 main continents: Alancia, Kakabad, and Kul, the Dark Continent. It is on the eastern coast of Kul, the Khul, that the land of Hachiman lies. The sea on one side and mountains on all the others cut Hachiman off from the rest of the continent. Mage, I had a t-shirt, a proper t-shirt on when I tried putting this gi on, and I couldn't fit in it. I had to wear my ultra fine sweat top thing, otherwise I couldn't get my belly in the judo suit because my belly's grown. My belly's grown. Okay. The capital of Hachiman is Konichi, and its ruler is Kihei Hasekawa, the shogun. You are a young samurai, the shogun's champion, and said by many to be Kensai, or sword saint. You have faithfully followed Bushido, the way of the warrior, and are master of Kenjutsu, the way of the sword. One day, the shogun summons you to his presence and tells you a dreadful tale. Hachiman is in grave danger. My control is slipping. Some lords are seeking to break away and declare their estates independent. Others have already done so and plot against me. Bandits roam the land freely, and barbarian invaders have begun to raid across our borders. Knowing that Hachiman is weak, all this because the Daikatana, the great sword singing death, has been stolen from me. Singing Death is a wondrous sword, said to bestow great powers on its keeper, and to be the soul of Hachiman. He who wields Singing Death and uncovers the secret of the sword will rule Hachiman. The shogun continues, many lords say I now have no right to rule. Some seek to take the sword for themselves. Others have already changed their allegiance to he who now holds the sword, and no keeper could be worse. It is Ikiru, Master of Shadows, that soulless dog who cowers in his mountain fastness, Onikaru, the pit of demons. Now that he has the sword, Bakemono Sho and Shikomi are flocking to his banners, and he summons forth Shura, warrior ghosts, from the pit to aid him. Soon, if he uncovers the secret of the sword, he will overrun our beautiful land of cherry blossoms. You have Senki, war spirit, and to you I trust this mission. Go, my champion, to Onikaru. Slay Ikiru and bring me Singing Death. It will not be easy. To slay Ikiru and defeat his infernal allies, you'll have to uncover the secret of Singing Death. I cannot tell you the secret, for it is written that he who freely reveals it will be damned forever to the nether regions, and Singing Death will disappear from the world of men. You'll have to solve the puzzle yourself. I will pray to the Kami of the heavens for your success, and may Hotai, god of luck, smile on you. Here, take this, the seal of the shogun. It will give you safe passage through those areas still loyal to me. Okay, we have the seal of the shogun. I'm just going to put a bit of a light on here. There we go. Any, let's see what comments we've got before we start. Okay, right. Entry number 1. You gather your weapons, your katana, longsword, and wakizashi, short sword, your battle armor, and your provisions. The guards salute you as you leave the main gate of Konichi. You follow the road north through the beautiful countryside surrounding the capital. Soon you come to a fork in the road. Will you go west and north to the Forest of Shadows, Hagakuri Bridge, and onto the Shiosi Mountains? Or shall we go east to the ford through the Mizukumo Fens and thence to the mountains? So, simple. Shall we go west or shall we go north? Go on then, chat. 17 people here to see me make a fool of myself. It's a sign of a decent book if both paths are feasible. That's good. You should never lose the book on the first choice. Just say hello to. I haven't said hello to. I haven't called out everybody in chat to say hello, but we've got Kelsey, who I believe is Daniel in disguise. Jeb, Thief Keef, Zatirok, Nico, Halakar, Slan, Iman, Squirrel, Saxius, Mage. Lots of people scrolling up. Anybody I've missed? Andrew and Hungar, and yes, lots of people. Kabuki Kid. Anybody I've missed? If I've missed you out, say hello, and I'll give you a shout out. I don't think I've missed anybody. And Rodrigo Beowulf, hello, how are we? Okay. So we've got Shadow Forest is west, isn't it? So we've got west, north, west, east. Is that a miss? That's a mistype. West, pardon me. What provisions and gear do we have? We have a katana, we have a wakizashi, we have armor, we have a bow, and we have the seal of the shogun. We've got 12 arrows. So we're going west, young man. To 10. When you journey on through the lands of Hachiman, wherever you pass, people bow with respect, recognizing either the shogun's champion or the shogun's seal. This close to Kenichi, the land this close to Kenichi, the land is as it ever was, peaceful and happy. After a few days, habitations become more sparse. You are traveling through the domain of Lord Setsin when you notice a plume of smoke on the horizon. As you draw near, you can see it's a burning village. Shake your head sorrowfully at the state Hachiman is in, when raiders can strike into the heart of one of the Lord's territories. A dusty track leads from the road to the village. Shall we investigate the village, or do we decide that our mission is too important and press on? Investigate village or ignore village. Those are your choices. What about 11s? No time for 11s. Second breakfast, maybe. Investigate. Look, investigate. Village. Yes, always investigate. Everybody's going for the village. This. Turn to 34. We could find supplies. Oh, I forgot to show you an image. First piece of artwork in the book is us riding off. There we go. You stride down the dusty track, but break into a run when screams of pain come to you from the burning village. You can see horsemen, presumably bandits, charging in among the fleeing villagers. A grove of trees obscures your view for a moment, and as you round it, a horseman gallops up the trail from the village towards you. It is a samurai with a long spear in one hand and dressed in the green and blue lacquered armor of Tsetsin, the lord of this area. Will you run towards him and show him the shogun's seal and order him to tell you what is going on, or will you wait for him to come to you? So do we run towards him waving our seal, or do we wait for him to approach us? Up to you, chaps and chapesses, because we have a couple of chapesses in tonight. Assert dominance. Most people want to do the honorable thing and wait for him to approach. Yeah, squeezing into this old kit. I could not wear this now properly, competitively, because look, it doesn't fit me properly anymore. That's illegal. It doesn't reach my wrist. That's because I've got a bit wider across the top. Yes. I think waiting is winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saying wait. We currently only have 12 in chat. We had 17 in chat at one point. People have departed. Oh well. Oh well. We are waiting and showing him the Shogun's seal. 44. You call out in the name of Kihei Hasekawa and ask the samurai rider what is going on. He canters towards you, saying, "Bandit raiders, I'm riding now for the fort of Lord Tsitsin." Suddenly, as he nears you, he levels his spear and spurs his horse on, catching you completely by surprise and gashing your arm. Lose 3 stamina points. Oh. Oh. You must fight the treacherous samurai. He's got skill 8, stamina 9. We have skill 10, stamina 16. So we should win. No option to use a bow. Okay, I have cursed us because that's him hitting us. And that's us hitting him. Dice aren't looking quite as friendly as last week, though. The blue dice aren't rolling as high as last week. And that's him hitting us again. Yee. Wake up, blue dice. Wake up. He's hit us again. The odds are with us, and yet the blue dice, that's better. Blue dice have turned evil. That's it. We're better now. Come on. Oh, it's a tie. That's a tie. Thank goodness for that. Twice in this combat, our blue dice have rolled double ones. Finally. Finally. One more. We've got him. But it cost us. We should hit him much more often than he hits us with a skill differential. And it was fairly even. He hit us 4 times. We hit him 5 times. We're going to need to consume some rations if we get a chance. Already. Could we have used a bow then? Or does it specify when we can use a bow? Let me just check the bow rules. Oh no! When you are asked if you wish to fire an arrow, okay. We weren't asked. With the powerful scything blow, you cut deep into the rider's leg. He gives a shout of pain and topples from the saddle. Before he hits the ground, you have struck his head from his shoulders with one sweep of your katana. Lord Tsitsin is a traitor, you realize. About 10 of his samurai are running amok in the village, looting and killing the defenseless villagers. Will you leave the village to its fate, deciding your mission is more important, or will you run into the village and attack the nearest samurai? Or will you run to the village and shout that you are the Shogun's champion and you challenge anyone to an honorable duel? Kyujutsu. Is Kyujutsu the bow? It is, isn't it? Yes. We do have the option as well to enter the village and dodge from house to house, picking off the raiders as we go. So these are your choices. We have leave the village to its fate, attack the nearest samurai, challenge them to a duel, or use the bow to pick them off. Already, 6 people. Duel, challenge them. Death to this honorable. Duel has already won. If you're still voting now, it's too late. Too late. Okay. Challenge anyone to an honorable duel. 128. You run into the village and then shout the challenge at the top of your voice. Many of the samurai turn and stare as you tell them who you are. One of them steps forward and says, "We no longer owe allegiance to Kihei Hasekawa and follow the new shogun, Tsetsin, but we are still samurai. Come then, let us duel." He steps forward, drawing his sword. He stands before you, sword raised over his head, its tip pointed at your throat. You must fight 3 of these samurai, but they do come at you one at a time in an honorable but biased fashion. Okay, we have to fight 3 samurai. These are lower skill than the previous one, but we've already taken a lot of damage. Keep going like that, we'll be okay. Keep going like that, we'll be okay. Come on, blue dice, wake up. That's it, blue dice. Blue dice are getting better. Blue dice, they're not great. They haven't rolled higher than about 7 yet, but they're getting better. At least we're not getting the double ones anymore. And 7's okay. The opponent roll 8 or low on theirs. We've taken the first one out 5 hits in a row. That's good. The second one is hard. Second one is skill 9. Yes! Double 6 on the blue dice. Have it. No. He's hit us. 4-5 is a tie. Blue dice, you've got to roll higher than that. 7-6, that's okay. 8-7, that's okay. Come on. They're starting to warm up. 4-3, yeah, okay, we've taken out the toughest one. 7-9, the last one. All right, okay. 3-5 is enough because our skill's 3 higher. Okay, fine. Keep going. We've taken only 1 hit so far. And there's Snake Eyes again. Get lost, Snake Eyes. I should have picked the orange dice for us tonight. We are down to our last 2 health. We need to hit him 3 times in a row. There's 1. We have got a 3 skill advantage, so we should be hitting him. That's a tie. I thought we'd lost it because I rolled 3, but then I rolled 6 for him. That's a tie. Come on. Yes. 1 more. 1 more. 4-4. Done it. If you kill all 3 of them, turn to 190. The last one falls dead at your feet. You expect another to step forward and take his place, but none of the other samurai makes a move. They proceed, fear and hope in their eyes. 1 or 2 of the samurai shuffle back uncomfortably. They have been awed by your swordsmanship. One of them says, "You are a master of the sword, and you have won great honor here. As you have fought so well, we will leave now and spare your life." His words sound courteous, but you sense it is fear of facing you rather than the desire to honor you that is making them leave. They leave the village as fast as they can. You feel too tired to pursue them. Gain 1 honor point for your challenge and your defense of the village. Excellent. If we drop to 0 honor, we commit seppuku. So that's one thing to remember. Is that all I got? Yeah, 1 honor point. But we can now be dishonorable 3 times and to stay alive. Right. I'm going to take this opportunity to consume some food because we're in trouble. And the next time we don't fight as well, I'm going to consume some more food. The villagers, you have killed most of us, so we'll spare your life. No, friend, we've spared yours. That's true. The villagers run out of their houses and their hiding places, some shouting joyfully, others weeping over lost friends and relatives. As many villagers see to dousing the fires, a number of elders approach you. Bowing low, one of them says, "I am Ninji, the headman. We cannot thank you enough for your noble act. Hachiman has fallen on bad times, but at least someone still follows the old ways. Here, my lord, please accept this gift." And he hands you a silken red headband patterned with a black 3-spoked wheel. This is the headband of Shinman, the legendary hero of Hachiman, who came from this village. This headband has been with us for centuries. You feel honored. Shinman was a great hero. Gain 1 honor and 1 luck point. Just then, a commotion starts nearby. There are cries of anger and hate. A group of villagers have found a wounded samurai raider and are dragging him towards you. They are chanting, "Kill, kill, kill, kill." The headman bows to you and says, "Please rid us of this vile murderer, Lord." The samurai lies before you, defenseless, a slim young man with a blood-stained head bandage. He looks at you defiantly, resolved not to show fear. Okay, let's test our honor here. Will we kill this samurai, or will we spare his life? Kill him or spare him? Up to chat. I'm liking this book already. It's quite good. This is quite good. Two people have snuck in. Hello, Straw Piglet. Hello, Biff Strong. How are you doing? Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Saxius goes for kill. Mercy is for the weak. Most at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 go for spare. In fact, that's 9, I think. Sparing is winning. Sparing has won. It is Friday night. Mercy is a divine trait. Spare his life. I'm glad it's Mage who's in chat tonight and not the hyphen. Spare his life. Turn to Kelsey. Kill. We are sparing him. We are sparing him. I cannot slay this samurai in cold blood, you say loudly, and a cry of disappointment goes up from the villagers. But he should pay for his crime. And revenge, revenge, they shout. The captive samurai sits up in surprise and then bows low before you and offers you his sword. Thank you, my lord. My allegiance is to the Shogun Hasikawa, still in my heart, but I could not say thus in the service of Tenzin as I was. But now I renounce the traitor Tenzin and pledge my sword to you, my lord. Take me as your loyal companion. Will we accept him as our companion, or do we think he's lying and tell him to return to Tenzin? Accept him, or is he a liar? Your choice. That is true, Slan. That is true. Accepting is winning, but some of you are accepting him grudgingly. I wouldn't be. He's devious. We accept him, and we give him the name Saxius. Two sevens. Oh, we have a picture of him as well. There we go. Correct, Biff. Correct. This way we get to experience a sudden but inevitable betrayal. I haven't seen a henchman mechanic, but some of the books do introduce it. Thank you, my lord. You will not regret it, he says quickly. The villagers begin to disperse, darkly muttering things like, they're all the same. As you head back to the main road, he tells you his name is Saxius. No, I'm lying. He tells you his name is Yometsumi Mochi, and that you can call him Mochi. You travel north, your samurai retainer chatting incessantly about his family and his life history, so much so that you begin to regret your decision. At last he falls silent when you round a low hill to see a fortified castle about half a league from the road. It is the fortress of Lord Setsin, the traitor, my lord, says Mochi quietly. Will you press on with your mission, or will you decide that the honor of the shogun must be upheld and try to enter the castle and slay the traitor? So, mission or castle? You're just the scapegoat, Saxius, that's all. It's just going to be the name for potentially dodgy characters in everything I run from now on. Oh, we have differences of opinion. Three people have gone for the castle, and it was looking even for a short while, but most people are now leaning towards stay with the mission. So mission it is. 288. You continue on your way, and Mochi's mood lightens. He keeps talking, and although irritating, he seems a simple fellow who honorably follows the way of Bushido closely. Presently, the road curves between two steep wooded hills, and you and Mochi walk on through the pleasant valley. Test your luck. Success on luck checks involves rolling low, and the blue dice have continued with how they started tonight and rolled 4. A 1 and a 3. So actually I am next opportunity going to consume some more rations as well. I want double figures health. If you are lucky, turn to 106. We were. You come out of the valley to be faced by a large and forbidding forest, stretching away for miles to either side. The road disappears into its depths like a stone into water. You recognize it as the Forest of Shadows, and you must go through it. Moichi smiles wanly. Wanly? Don't know that word. Never seen that. And says, I have heard only evil about the forest since the theft of Singing Death, my lord. Must we? You nod your head. Yes, we must, Mochi. You stride forward. I'm going to consume some more rations. So there we go. We're now up to 10 health. So that's a bit better. 8 rations left. Just in case Mochi decides to stab us. 124. As you enter the forest, you feel suddenly alone. Looking back, you can't see Mochi anymore. Retracing your steps, you see him running back towards the valley. Obviously, his fear of the forest overcame his loyalty to you. Cursing him for a useless coward, among other things, you head back into the forest. Ah, Wan Li is a weak smile. It's not a word I've ever heard before. I've added that to my vocabulary today. You follow the thin woodland trail that winds and bends through the clustered boles of the forest of shadows. The trees are so closely packed that only a fraction of the sun's rays filter down in shafts of dusky light filled with motes of dust that floats slowly in the air. It is dim and murky. The sounds of forest life intrude faintly on the edge of your consciousness as you walk on as if in a waking dream. Suddenly you stumble out into a broad clearing, your eyes filled with light. You shake your head, clear it, when a sound in the air causes you to look up. A great dragon is floating down towards you. It has a long, sinuous body like a massive serpent, but with 4 clawed legs. Its head is horned with great, glaring amber eyes. It has no wings, but seems to be walking on air. It is a tatsu, a wingless dragon that can walk on sky, sea, and land. It settles before you, hovering a few feet off the ground. Its amber eyes regard you placidly, and then it speaks in a rich, deep, resonant voice with knowledge and power. Welcome to the heart of the forest, mortal. I am the guardian, and there are certain celestial laws that bind me. It seems to smile at you, if dragons can be said to smile at all. You must answer 2 riddles I shall put to you. If you answer them correctly, you may pass through the forest. If not, well, then I shall eat you, and you cannot run. No one can pass through this forest safely without first dealing with me. Then it laughs, as if its first few words were obvious, as if its last few words were obvious. Welcome back, Daniel. What you had for tea? Were you anything nice? Well, man thing, here is the first riddle. In marble halls, as white as milk, lined with a skin as soft as silk, within a fountain crystal clear, a golden apple doth appear. No doors are there to this stronghold, yet thieves break in and steal the gold. The tatsu stares at you in greedy anticipation. When you think you have an answer, take each letter of the answer and convert it to its corresponding number in the alphabet. Okay. Okay, can you add up E plus G for me? Because, yeah, it's I reckon egg's the answer as well. That seems very, very sensible. Is it? I can't remember I can remember the teeth riddle from The Hobbit. And, of course, what's it got in its pockets is precious. 19, you say? Correct. Not 119, Zatuok. The tatsu seems disappointed. An egg. Yes, that is right. Man thing. Then it brightens, the look of greed coming back into its eyes. But can you succeed again, sharp-witted mortal? When one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. That's it for that one. I will read it again. When one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. I think you might be right there, Mage. Do you want to add up those letters? You don't add the A, just the others. It's not a lot of mathematics at all. Mage the Sage, yes. Sage's musings. $42? E's for, so it's 13 from the E's and the C. R's in the middle. It's about 15 or 16 ish. So we're on about 30 odd. And then the S and the T. Can't be 42, can it? So what number in the alphabet is S? It's 18, 19, 65. 19. Yeah. But you've got to add 2 E's, haven't you? So 24, 27, 45, 20, and another 5. I make 70. $42 is not the answer. Nerds. I make 70. Does anyone disagree with me? Well, you do the maths then. There's 2 E's in secret, so it can't be 65. Okay? It's up to you lot to all add it up. I'm just waiting to see if anyone gets 70 as the answer. Okay. I've turned to 70. Doesn't make any sense. If the one you turn to is the wrong one, turn to 26. So we have to fight Tatsu. We've got the answer wrong. Are you sure? It sounded like secret to me. So we got the first one right. I am just checking Don't count. Don't count words such as A. Yeah. Oh. So we got it wrong. Yeah, we got it wrong. Okay, we have to fight Tatsu. He's going to kick our ass unless the blue dice change their tune. Tatsu is skill 11, stamina 13. We're skill 10, stamina 10. Uh-oh. 8-8. That means we lose. 7-5. We win that one. Check 52. Oh, no. I'm not telling you whether Riddle was right or wrong. Eight, 7, a tie. 4-10, we've lost. This isn't looking good. Ooh, 11-7. We win that one. I'm going to start using luck in combat to try and help us out. So you can do that. It's usually a bit pricey. Not yet, though. 7-7. I'm going to test my luck now to try and reduce that damage. Yes. Yes, Mage. I completely agree with that. Oh no, it's kicking our ass. This thing is battering us now. And thus our brave samurai has died. Oh well. Oh well. He lasted not quite until 10:30 my time. But I rather enjoyed that book. So I think we start that one again. With a new character. Moichi. Moichi screwed us over. Yes, he did. He did. Start over. Yes. Ooh. Ooh, good stat rolls. Good stat rolls. I do like these. Okay. Yes, skill 11, stamina 21, and luck 10. Our new samurai is tougher. And we kill Saxius. Well, that's always a good thing. Yeah, I think we do that as well. I think we do that whether or not. Right. What speciality would you like this time? We never got to use our bow. So do you want to pick something different, or do you want to go with bow again? Archery, fast draw, heroic leaping, or two-weapon fighting? Have your votes as to what speciality we have this time. Sadly, dragon slaying is not an option. We could have done with it being an option. Which of the Oriental dragons from Fiend Folio do you think that thing was? Certainly sound like one of the bigger ones. The Riddling and Fireball aren't options. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Right, two-weapon fighting. Two-weapon. Fast draw, archery. I'm going to have to make a note of these now. Two-weapon, fast draw, leap, archery. Okay, let's see what we've got. Two-weapon, fast draw, archery, leaping. So after the leaping, we got the quick draw, 2 weapon, 2 weapon. It looks like 2 weapon is definitely bigger than a panlong. 2 weapons 1 basically. 2 weapon fighting. Now these are the rules for 2 weapon fighting. This is the skill of fighting with 2 swords: the wakizashi, short sword, and katana, long sword. All samurai carry both swords, but not all have this special skill at using them simultaneously. With this skill, if you attack an opponent and roll 9 or more, you may make another attack before your enemy has the chance to fight back. There we go. Roll 9 or more. On any roll, we get to roll again and see if we can hit twice. I think that sounds pretty awesome. Our blue dice have to roll 9 or more, though, for us to do that. Right. We're sticking with the blue dice, though, because they have to change at some point. Right. Let's go back to the beginning. The blue dice loved us last week. You gather your weapons, your katana and wakizashi, your battle armor and your provisions. The guards salute you as you leave the main gate of Konichi. You follow the road north through the beautiful countryside surrounding the capital. Soon you come to a fork in the road. Will we go west and north towards the Forest of Shadows, the Hagakuri Bridge, and onto the Shioshi Mountains? Or shall we go east this time to the ford, through the Mizukumo Fens and thence to the mountains? West or north? Sorry, west or east? So north wasn't an option. West or east? I shouldn't have said north. The odds of 9 or better. There are double 6 is 1, and then there's 2, and then there's 3 ways of getting 10, and there's 4 combos. So it's 10 over 36. About 30% each round. Just under 30% each round. We haven't got many west this time, so are we going to go east? 2 people have said west. Everyone else has gone for east. Okay, we're going to try east. We might as well. Straw Pinnacle's pushing west, but how many easts have we got? Because I did say north by mistake, so the norths are easts. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 easts, 7 easts, 6 easts, and 3 wests. So east has won. Let's explore. The East Road, which meanders across the plain of the great Hangyo River, bustles with activity. Here in the fertile river valley, swept constantly by the shogun's samurai patrols, many of the people know nothing of the unrest which has brought turmoil to the borders of Hachiman. The rice wagons and the impromptu caravans of tinkers and peddlers which pass along the road, plying their wares from fief to fief, are no different from those which rolled along the road of the east wind 200 years ago. They, being of a lower caste than you, as samurai and the shogun's champion, are careful that the wheels of their carts do not splash your splendid armor, and all bow as you pass. The journey into the uplands is peaceful enough, But as the last bend of the river, twinkling like a band of mercury in the late afternoon sun, falls out of sight, so the attitude of the peasants you meet changes. Turn to 43. The deference normally accorded to one of your standing in society is sadly missing in the behaviour of the first uplanders you meet. They are charcoal burners, grimed grey with the soot of their trade. One of them, younger than the others, recognises the standard that flaps in the wind behind your back and scorns you. Look, friends, it is the rightful champion of the wrongful king. Where is your master's sword? Where is your master without the sword? Hasikawa, bless his shaven pate, is no shogun. You have no master. You are Ronin. Ronin are samurai who have no lord and have lost their status. The peasant is insulting you and the shogun. The other charcoal burners shout at the youngster to be quiet. Will we punish the youth, or will we walk on as if we haven't noticed him? Punish or walk on? Up to you. You will respect my authority. I don't do Carmen. Time for a spanking. It might be the weekend, Slan, but you don't just share with us what you get up to at the weekend. This is one of those difficult choices. Because the noble thing to do would be to ignore him. But is that a slight on your honor? We'll find out. Smack him like the little asshat he is. I do not want to know what you get up to at the weekend, Saxius. It probably involves a cat of nine tails, branding irons, and anybody who has slighted you in the previous 2 weeks. A bent rod can be hammered straight. Justin wants to burn his village down to the ground. Are you like this, Justin, when you play D&D and things like that? Are you one of those murder hobo things? When playing D&D, the best way to end murder hoboing, in addition to consequences, is if the party decide to attack the shopkeeper and kill him, he's worth 0 experience points, and he went to the bank and deposited all the money from his shop 5 minutes before they arrived, and he sold out of all this stuff, so he has nothing to loot. And the next shop they go to and attempt the same thing, what a surprise! The same thing has happened there. What a shock. They'll soon learn. They'll soon learn. I'll rephrase that. Saxius probably has nap time while the kittens and the puppies are on the spit, grilling slowly. I was talking to Justin regarding the murder hoboing thing. Right. Okay. It looks like we were leaning towards punishing him. punish the youth. It was tarnished 6 months ago, Saxius. Don't you worry. I will say now, Saxius is a very, very good DM. And he's a fun player to have around as well. And absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And shutting players out of NPC services is just one of the consequences for murder hobos. All the shops. You enter the town. As you enter the town, all the shutters close and all the shop doors are barred. Your reputation has preceded you. Hurrying down the street, you see 10 men bearing the emblem of the local church. They are clad from head to toe in plate armor and wield long swords. These are the church's elite warriors, the paladins. Enjoy. Right. The charcoal burners number about 10, and they are clustered within a circle of low smoking mounds, which are covered by newly cut turf. Grey smoke rises from the mounds that conceal the wood, which is slowly being turned into charcoal at great heat. Nearby lie several staves ready to be burnt. Will you order them to abase themselves at your feet? Will you send an arrow winging its way towards the youth? We haven't got that. Will you draw our swords, or will we leap heroically amongst them? We haven't got leaping. So we can't leap and we can't do the bow bit. So will we order them to abase themselves at our feet, or shall we draw our swords? Yeah, we punish the kid. This is the choice. We have a choice of drawing swords or ordering them to abase yourselves at my feet. Order or kill. Order or kill. Abasement. Yes. Okay. Yes. I've never lived in a house as a basement. Actually, no, I have lived in a house with a basement, but it was converted into a lounge because it was one of those rented student accommodations. And the ground floor, the basement area in the ground floor was converted to a lounge and a kitchen. It was a horrid house. It was horrible. It isn't giving us the option for quick draw, so we're ordering them to abase themselves. Kiss my feet, rats. The eldest of the charcoal burners, a crook-legged fellow, creaks painfully to his arthritic knees and humbly begs your pardon for the insulting behavior of his son. The others follow suit as he offers to show you a safe village nearby in which to spend the night. Looking up to see your stern expression, he begs you to take his son as a slave, that you may teach him humility, but he beseeches you not to kill him. Will you make him swear an oath of allegiance before going on, or will you command the old man to show you to the sanctuary of the village? Okay. So we have to. Do we make them swear an oath of allegiance before we continue, or will we command the old man to show us the sanctuary of the village? Those are our choices: swear allegiance, or show me to sanctuary. The samurai is a fan of the cult. Yes. Though with the cult, I like the cult. I liked their first two albums, shall we say. Then they went all hair rock. The first two albums were excellent, especially the lesser known first album, Dreamtime. Spirit Walker, great riff. Okay, I'm going to have to work these out. Allegiance Village. Allegiance Village. So it's 2-2. Allegiance 3, Village 2. 3-3. 3-4. 3-5. 4-5. 5-5. 6-5. We're on 6-5 towards Allegiance at the moment. Any more votes? 11 people have voted out of 14 in chat, and with 6 Allegiance, 5 Sanctuary of the Village. No more votes. It was a close vote, but Oath of Allegiance wins. 1-6-3. They repeat the Oath of Allegiance, and you inform them that it is the Shogun's wish that clemency be shown to his subjects, and that it will spare their lives. Increase your honor by 1. Well done. Will you command the old man to show you to the sanctuary of the village, or shall we journey on alone? Take it we're not taking his son as a slave. So we'll command the sanctuary of the village or journey on alone. Four already for sanctuary of the village. Almost time for 11s. Are you obsessed with 11s? It is 12 minutes to 11 here, so but it's a long time. 11s is in the morning. But it is 12 minutes to 11 here. Sounds like my daughter returning home from football. Bit of news regarding the Nippers football. If they win, if the first team win or draw this Sunday, then they are promoted into the professional tiers of women's football, of the official professional tiers of women's football. And even the Americans amongst you may have heard of clubs like Nottingham Forest, Derby County, West Bromwich Albion, Wolves, Stoke. Those are the teams they're going to be up against. Cool, eh? Cool. So It's all this Sunday. She probably won't be playing for the first this Sunday. She's probably going to play for the reserves because she's only at 18. She plays for the development team, who are unbeaten this season anyway. I mean, they're romping, they're absolutely stuffing everybody in their league, but it might be irrelevant because what happens is if the first team win their division, then the development team will be automatically pulled up into the reserve division of the higher league because they're moving up an entire tier of the league structure. So the fact that the development team have won their division, they'll be pulled out of the league and moved into a different league. Not Bolton, because Bolton are based in the north. They will go into the National League Midland division. So it will be the clubs in the Midlands of England, which is why it's Stoke, West Bromwich Albion, Wolves, the middle. Bolton are going to be are up north. They divide it into regional because even though the clubs are professional, they haven't got the funds to travel 150, 200 miles to a game in a coach every weekend. 50 or 60 miles is fine. But so Sanctuary of the Village. Ordering the old man to show you the way alone. Oh, hold on. Oh, right, okay. Ordering the old man to show you the way alone, you leave the charcoal burner's woods. He bids farewell to his son, then fawningly ushers you on. He takes you along a winding track that leads to the dales of Kinshuro, a land where wooded plateaux are riven by beautiful and peaceful dales, which nestle unseen between cliffs cut into the limestone by the rivers which form them. At dusk, you take a path down to the Vale of Tinshu to a small and picturesque village. You turn to the old man to ask him his name, but he has fallen to the ground. You try to rouse him, but his heart has stopped. He is dead. What? A nice old man? Suspicious of whatever caused the old charcoal burner's death, you skirt the perimeter of the village, but all looks normal and peaceful. Peasants go about their business, mostly returning home as dusk falls. Some of the older villagers are gathering outside the headman's house. Will you ask one of the peasants for hospitality, or will you join the elders at the headman's house? So, will we go and speak to the elders, or will we ask one of the peasants for hospitality? Someone's assassinated him without me noticing. Elders or peasants? Do we talk to the elders, or do we go to the peasants for hospitality? Only Faith Keith is interested in dealing with the peasants. Everybody else wants to deal with the posh knobs. So, elders it is. 319. Bloody peasants. A circle of 10 of the most venerable-looking peasants surround the well outside the headman's house. They part deferentially to allow you within their circle, and the headman, who carries a ribbon of office and the headman's medal, invites you to stay with them until their business is finished. Then, surprisingly, they ignore you and go on talking about village matters. Indeed, strangely enough, they seem to be deciding whether or not to stop planting crops altogether. The western sky is a blaze of sunset red. Will we walk off into the sunset? We leave the village and walk off into the sunset, or will we wait for them to finish? So do we walk off because they've snubbed me, or will we wait for them to finish? This is a bit illogical, this bit. Feels a bit weird. Different authors. Two different authors. I'm guessing one author's written each route. That's why this route feels very different to the other route. So, walk off or wait. 3 wait, 2 walk off. 5 wait, 2 walk off now. 6 wait, 2 walk off. 6-3. With Squirrel Hermit's vote, we're at 6-3 at the moment. We're staying at 6-3. Okie dokie. Wait for them to finish. 155. Seven to 3. Okay. As the sun finally slips below the hills and it begins to get dark, the talk of the elders becomes slowly more and more meaningless. A strange clacking, somewhat like castanets, startles you, and you see that the jaws of the headman are snapping open and shut uncontrollably. The clacking is soon going on all around you. Will we flee in terror, or will we wait and see if the strange fit which has seized them all passes? Flee in terror or wait and see? I think this image is what it looks like here. I think that's the image. Wait and see. We're at 3 wait, 2 leave at the moment. 3 wait, 2 leave. For wait. We do indeed have special sword skills, which we've not used yet in this adventure, and a skill of 11 this time. So we're hard as nails now. Yeah. Waiting is winning. Any more votes coming in? More waiting. So Crafting Gamer and Nico are outvoted at the moment. And with each vote, they get more and more outvoted. Okay, we wait. 133. The clacking continues. Then suddenly the headman's head lifts cleanly off his shoulders and floats into the air, followed by the heads of everyone else in the village. They are Rokuro Kubi. You realize in horror. Undead whose heads detach from their bodies at night in order to hunt. They're Penangalan, sort of, ish. The flying heads dart you, jaws snapping viciously. You must fight them as if they were a many-headed monster. Okay. A bad juju. Right. What their stats are. I think with the hard creature we fought session of this so far. And see, it's got to be my daughter turning up that causes my internet connection to go, because she's just got home. She's probably just booted up a computer or something and taken all my internet connection. Right. 5-9. We lose. They've got 11 skilled. We've got 11 skill. We've got a bit more stamina. We just need to hope we roll a few decent. Whee! Okay, so that big cheer was because I've rolled 10 on our dice. Extra attack. Yes. Again. Come on. We've picked the right skill this time. Oh, no, that's a tie, though. So we don't cause any extra damage with our skill that time. 6-5. We're going well. We are going well. Five. That's a tie. 8-9. They've beaten us. We are winning. 7-7. That's a tie. 3-3. That's a tie. 12-9. Okay, we've hit it. We get another attack, but we've got to get higher than 9 with our extra attack, which we haven't. So that's no extra damage. 7-3. Yep. 9-10. Beating us that time, but we do get another attack. Yes, 11 with the extra attack. There we go. This is quite good, this one. I like this one. 7-9. Lost that one. 7-7. 6-6. Dice. Stop playing silly buggers. 6-5. Yes. One more hit, we win. 7-6. There we go. Dice have turned in our favor. They had to at some point. They did us good that time. That could have been horrific. You have shattered the heads of many of the elders, but scores more are now crowding around you. You must flee. Okay, test your luck. We are lucky. Only just. Turn to 69. Test your luck. If you're lucky, you get 69. Ha ha! The disembodied heads begin to scream and curse horribly, smashing their skulls onto your face and arms. You struggle on, but are soon staggering, punch-drunk, and unable to defend yourself. In the confusion, you've staggered back into the well and you fall head over heels 60 feet into cold water below. Bloody hell. This village is horrible. You sink 20 feet below the chill surface of the pool beneath the well, weighed down by your lacquered armor. You might just be able to surface with your swords if you can struggle out of your armor in time, but your lungs are already bursting. If your current stamina is more than 12, 313. Okay. I'm guessing asking for sanctuary in that village was a really bad idea. Your feverish tearing loosens the fastenings of each piece of armor one by one, and they drift into the depths. At last, you break the surface and throw your swords to the edge of the pool before climbing out. Luckily, the well shaft opens out onto a natural water-filled cave, and there is a ledge just above the water level. By feeling around in the darkness, you locate a tunnel which you decide to explore. Your armor is lost in the depths of the pool. Until you find another suit to fit you, all weapons will now do 4 stamina points of damage every time you're hit in combat, instead of just 2. Turn to 363. That was a nasty passage of events. I think we're in trouble now. A grisly chattering noise from the well shaft tells you that the Rakura Kubi on your tail as you grope your way blindly forward. Suddenly a slimy touch makes your face burn. Acid eats into your flesh. Lose 3 stamina points. If you're still alive, you shrink back in horror. The smell of brimstone is unmistakable. It is a forsaken one, whatever one of those is. The undead soul of a wicked man who had never received decent burial and whose spirit has been rejected by the spirit world because it is so twisted with malice. But that's the definition. You must fight the forsaken one in the pitch blackness, but with too low a skill because we can't see it properly. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're fighting this with a skill of 9 and... Okay, it's got a skill of 7. 4-3, yes. We should beat it. The odds are with us, but it does cause double damage to us. We've got no armor. 10-9. And we get a chance to hit again. Yes. So with this, we hit it twice. Come on. 7-3. We're battering it. We're battering it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Ah, oh me of little faith. Killed it without losing anything. Spotting from the stinging which the Forsaken One gives out when its flesh is pierced, you struggle on down the tunnel and mercifully into the open air, low on a hillside near the village. It seems that the Wakuri Kubi have stopped at the undead corpse of the Forsaken One, and you can escape their village. Add 1 to your luck for surviving them, and turn to 397. We have escaped. Sometimes curiosity does kill the cat, doesn't it, I suppose? Sunrise the next day sees you descending from the dales into the last of the lands held securely by the shogun. Gaunt trees litter a brown plain and tear the mist. You rest at the edge of these drear marcher lands before going on. Restore 4 lost stamina points. Thank you. Going down through the mist, which muffles the sound of heavy hoofbeats until they're almost upon you. A great black beast looms over you in the mist. It is the black elk of the Marcherlands, which is supposed to have vanished 70 years ago or more. And luckily for you, it seems to have returned. Typical right now. Its enormous antlers are 15 feet of polished ebony, and its eyes are jewels of flame, and you must fight. There's fighting in this book. That's the black elk. Face looks more like a cat. Gonna fight it. We should beat it. Oh no, hang on. It's got 18 stamina. These fights are massive. Okay. But our special power has worked the first round with a 10. 7-4. It is called fighting fantasy. Yes. There is a lot of the blue dice have turned. They seem to like the fact that we've chosen this overpowered special power. But we haven't managed to do extra damage that time. We did get an extra attack. This is the daddy of special powers. Come on, keep rolling high. Hang on, yeah. It's only hit us twice, but it's an 8 damage because we've got no armor. It isn't good because we're currently 11 skill, 6 stamina. What we're fighting is at 9 skill, 10 stamina left. So the dice have got to go our way now. 6-6, that's fine. And we're okay. 7-8. Yes, we still win with that because we've got a 2 advantage due to a higher skill. 10-7. We get an extra attack again. And we've got to get 6 or more on our roll. 7. Excellent. So we've hit it twice. One more hit. No. 4-12 that time. We are down to 2 stamina. So's the enemy. 7-8. 11 skill, that's 18 against 17. We've defeated it with 2 stamina left. The magnificent beast shakes the very earth as it falls. Part of its ebony antlers was shorn off by your blade. The black elk weighs several tons. It's far too large to skin quickly, but you may cut some meat from the still warm carcass. Add two to our provisions. In fact, we're going to eat some provisions here as well. We're going to eat that meat. There we go. The broken piece of antler is adorned by a strange walled pattern, almost like a serpent of white bone. We have antler. Now it's on your adventure sheet and move to 389. Can we use the antler as armor? Can we use the skin as armor? Oh, just seen a really good bit of artwork. We're not there yet, though. Soon you are in a low range of hills. You make fast progress until you are halted by a sheer cliff that stretches as far as the eye can see. You realize with a shock that you've mistaken your way. You must retrace your steps to the upper Hyangkiang River and travel on that way. After another 2 days, you have found your way again and are ready to turn north once more. One of the tributaries of the Hyangkiang River lies athwart your path. The air is alive with the twittering of song thrushes as you walk down a rolling green hillside to the river. There's a white milestones in the river, and you decide to follow it. Turn to 227. Stop the flickering. The road runs down to the river's edge at a ford. You can see, running to the other bank just below the surface, a pier of rock over which the river. Below the weir, the water is white and frothy. Above it, it is still, deep and green. The pier is 10 feet wide and covered in green slime. Will we cross the river near the frothing white water, or near the green depths upstream? Or shall we just plunge in above the weir and swim? So we've got the option here of crossing by the white water, crossing near the green depths upstream, or just plunging in here and swimming. White water, upstream, or here. Those are the answers I want to say. Swim is here, so we're going to die anyhow. Yeah, we probably are. 3 for white water. Sorry, 2 for white water, 3 for swimming across here, 4 for swimming across here. You don't fancy the green depths. What is it about green slime? So 2 for white water, 3 for swimming across here, 4 for swimming across here. Any more votes? 15 in chat at the moment. Green is slippery. Oh, ye of little faith, Zaturok. Green slime also melts flesh. I'm assuming. Burn it with fire. We haven't got fire. Bugger. Prod it with a 10-foot pole. Oh, we haven't got one of those either. Any more votes? Anybody else voting? No. No. Okay, then we're going to try and swim across here. Why 193. On close inspection, the river looks quite deep, and you will not be able to cross while wearing your heavy armor. We haven't got any armor. If you wish to hurl the armor to the other side before plunging in, we haven't got any armor. So do we plunge in here, having shed the armor we haven't got, or do we risk the... Okay. Again, we've got the same option of crossing here with no armor, white water and green depths. It is a bug, yes. Hello, Tunker Todd. It is a bug in the book. So, again, same as before. Same choice here. Cross the river where we are. Cross near the frothing white water or near the green depths on the upstream side to where we are now. But we are voting on a bug, yes. We are playing Sword of the Samurai, which is why I'm wearing my judo training suit, which I'm bursting out of because I'm fatter than I was when I was training. And we are currently armorless. We've had a bit of a kicking this game so far. Exploit the bug. Yeah, go on then. So it looks like everyone's up for exploiting the bug. Okay. Does that mean we get free armor when we get to the other side? This is definitely a bug because, listen to this, we've already lost our armor. It is the work of only 2 minutes to divest yourself of the armor. Summoning all your strength, you hurl it piece by piece over the other bank. To your consternation, a scaly green arm reaches out of the water, catches the breastplate in midair, and descends below the surface. You've lost your breastplate. Okay. Right. It says here, will we plunge into the river to try and get it back? We haven't got a breastplate. We can't do that. We've only got the option now to race to the pier of rock, keeping to the side nearest the white water. That's all we've got. It's all the only option we've got. Bug in the book. As you run to the ford's edge, 3 scaly green figures lumber ponderously out of the river and climb the bank at the spot where the other pieces of your armor now lie. They don't lie there! They are larger than men with curiously flat-topped heads, and they move as if balancing an invisible weight on top of them. As you pause, 2 more break the surface nearby. Shall we run away, hoping to find a safer place to cross the river? Shall we move slowly across the pier of rock, or shall we race across to where the scaly green monsters are picking up our non-existent armor? Okay. Shall we race to where the scaly monsters are? Shall we move slowly across the pier of rock, or shall we try and find a safer place by running away? Those are your options. Book, bug, book, bug. Run away! Run! Run! Bravery has gone out the window. Run away! Run away! Everyone wants to run away. Run! Looks like we're running away then. Okay. Fair enough. 105. Oh, yeah. Okay. There isn't still the bug is still happening here. There is no pursuit as you hastily leave the ford behind you. You have lost your armor, and without its protection, you will lose 3 stamina points instead of 2. We're currently losing 4 because we've got none. But the Shogun's champion is supposed to acquit himself much more nobly than this. Without your armor, much less chance of succeeding in your quest. I suppose we'll take this punishment because we have shed our armor earlier. And we lose 2 honor points for losing our armor. Okay, that's fair enough because we did have to take the armor off and avoid drowning earlier. 263. It is not long before new dangers take your mind off those past. Beyond the valley of the upper Hyangkang River lies a ridge of slate that cuts the skyline like a saw. You are nearing the top of this when the whole shelf of slate upon which you are standing begins to tremble. It feels like an earthquake, as if the whole of Hachiman has turned to jelly. There is a low cave nearby. You could crawl underneath the overhanging rock, or you could instead lie prone where we are. We've still had to shed our armor, though, haven't we? That's the thing. You could crawl underneath the overhanging rock, or shall we lie prone where we are? It looks like an earthquake's happening. So do we hide under the overhanging rock during an earthquake, or do we stay where we are? Good evening, Elfbait. Two for rock, 3 for rock, 2 for stay, 3 for stay, 4 for rock. Nothing could possibly go wrong hiding under an overhanging rock when the ground is shaking. No. But still, Elfbait, look, it's a tide you're fighting against because 4 have voted for hiding under the rock and 3 have voted for staying where we are. 5 rock, 3 stay now. Five, 4, still voting. There are new people in chat who will not have seen the size of the belly that won't fit in my judo training kit anymore. Get in. Get in. Shows how slim I once was, because this used to go all around me with room to spare. Okay. We look, you. If we're 5-4 towards hiding under the rock still, and just stay under the rock until Japan makes some decent electronics. Yeah, there's some logic to that, Justin. But remember, this book was written by people who don't live in Japan. People who live in Britain. Our biggest earthquakes are as if somebody in the same room burps. That's about it. The odd rumble. It's absolutely going to fall this time. Okay, you have voted. You have voted for hiding under the overhanging rock. Is this going to be our second death in this adventure? All goes still a moment as you wedge yourself in the cave mouth. Then there is a dull rumbling from the earth, and the ground starts to shake once more. The tremor is a strong one, and there's a great cracking noise above you. You look up in time to see 100 tons of slate dropping from the cave roof. There is no escape. You are squashed flat. And there we go. First time we lasted about an hour and 20 minutes. Second time we've lasted about half that amount of time. Yeah. Right. So that's 2 failures we can chalk up on this one. I'm going to go back through all my previous streams and I've done on a Friday night and just make a note of which books we've played and when and how many times we've failed them, so we can get some proper statistics on these books, because I have a feeling it's this one's on. We're currently 1-0 lost 2 on this book. Joy, oh joy, oh joy. But that's a job for me to do at work tomorrow when I should be working. It's been so quiet in the shop recently. So quiet. It's that 3rd week in the month when nobody's been paid. But yes, you returned in time for an honourable death. I come from a country that had a drastic population decline due to bourbon consumption. Did we? Was that a different country? Oh, that'd be Japan, was it? Maybe? It's only called bourbon in America, though, I believe. Anyway, I'm not going to start it again on this one tonight, because I have got work in the morning. It's that sort of awkward time where do I start and play on for? We don't call it bourbon or bourbon over here. It's called whiskey. We had it was gin. I think it was Victorian times when we used to have like gin lane and things like that. Very, very cheap gin. And we had gin poisoning, very common amongst the poor. But that was, certainly Victorian times. There's etchings as artwork of just people, just debauchery on gin. But hello, Dennis. You have arrived on the stream just as I'm about to finish, because we've just died for the 2nd time in our book. But that's what we've been playing. Shall we decide now what we're going to play next week? Do you lot want to have a go at one of the solo D&D adventures next week? Because I've got one here and I've never played it. Might do a little bit of preparation, but if you fancy doing that, just say so in chat. It's this one. Fancy trying that next week? X solo. Yeah. I haven't got Midnight on Dagger out. I haven't got the original of that one. I can get a PDF of it, but we could certainly play that if you want next week. Yeah. Positive. Yeah. No to a solo adventure, Jeb. Maybe the week after. Is that because you can't make next week? Solo adventure, please. Old D&D, cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like generally people have said yes for this one, so we'll make that next week's one. I haven't got a physical copy of Ghost of Lion Castle either. I do have a PDF of it. It is lower level. I'll tell you what. I'll go through what solo options are. There. Next is the last Friday before the filing deadline. Oh, busy next Friday. Busy. So, okay, I'll go through the various available solo D&D adventures and pick one out. Pick one out that will work for us online. I'll plan it beforehand, and the purpose of these streams is to see how fast we can die in the game. Low level is bad. Have you played? You haven't played in my OSC Saturday games, have you? We've had 3 sessions so far, and 5 characters have croaked already. And the highest amount of XP any character has gained is about 300 so far. I didn't run all the sessions. I mean, I ran 2 of them, and Gingerbeard ran 1 of them. And 1 player's lost 3 characters already. But no, low-level D&D is brutal. So Midnight on Dagger Alley would probably be lethal. Maze of the Riddling Minotaur. I had the original of that when I was younger. I haven't got it anymore, but I can find PDFs. I know where to find PDFs. Would you say 5 dead characters in 3 sessions is going easy? They have been running away. They've done a lot of running away. That's been fine. Yeah. Yeah. If they choose to run away, it's up to them. I'm neutral. I'm neutral in terms of that. Why solo? It would be extremely difficult to run a game with you all in chat playing characters. Very, very difficult, because handling the mechanics with everybody in chat is tough. But a solo adventure where you're all making the decisions, that's fine. Yeah, we could do that. But I mean, I can look at the possibilities of running something with a group of characters, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we'll start simple. Start simple with a solo one. I've not tried a D&D one before on the stream, so let's start simple next week. So that'll be what we'll do next week. We will play a solo D&D adventure, and I'll pick the one. I'll pick the adventure. But no, we can't be a 6-headed half ogre. That's not allowed. Well, I mean, whether it's Midnight on Dagger Alley or whether it's Blizzard Pass or any of them, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, I'm going to draw this stream to a close because I've been going for a couple of hours and we have died twice. Thank you all for joining in chat. I do hope you've had an enjoyable Friday night. Yeah, one day we will beat House of Hell. But if I go back through my streams and count how many times we've lost on House of Hell, is it 6? It's 5 or 6. We will go back to House of Hell at some point. But thank you all for joining in. I hope you've enjoyed the stream tonight. I've had fun. I'm going to get out of this judo suit. It doesn't fit me properly now. But yeah, I've got work tomorrow. But I hope to see you all next Wednesday. Cheers all for joining in. Had fun. See you all.